Gemini, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your weekly read. This is a reading for Gemini placement, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It is a general reading, so it will not resonate with all of you, but, oh, look at that, 10 of Pentacles, nice. Hopefully, even if it doesn't resonate for you, there'll be something of value you can take into your week from it. That's my hope. So, let's see what we have. We have, this week, the Linestrider Tarot, and given the lighting in this room and the way it shifts, it does wash out quite a bit. So I'll apologize right up front for that, but I very much want to use this deck today because this is the deck I used when I started this channel about a year ago. And so it has a special place in my heart. Oh, there you go. Again with the 10 of Pentacles. What is up with that, Gem? That's a fantastic card. So I want to use this deck. Anyway, going back to my original sentence here. I want to use this deck because there's, the readings are fantastic from this deck. Anyway, getting some very good readings this week and having a lot of emotional moments coming through for other people, which this hasn't happened in a little while, but it used to happen a lot with this deck. So we're looking this week at questions of change, what needs to change, and everybody's getting a slightly different number of cards. You've got a little bit more than the last one, but that's all right, we'll take it. So it's kind of like a reassessment, an evaluation period. Kind of taking a look and seeing where we need to shift or adjust things in life, and what was coming through was what we think versus what is, you know, what spirit is telling me, like what's the underlying thing that really truly needs to be addressed. And so for you this week, from your perspective, what needs to change? 10 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, 2 of Wands, something in there. And then from Spirit's perspective, what needs to change? Page of Cups, 3 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, 9 of Swords. So I'm going to sit with these energies for just a second and then we'll dive in. We'll also pull some cards from the other deck, the LightSeers deck, to get some practical guidance, because I'm all about having a little bit of practical. It's nice to know about all these energies, but, you know, what am I doing with them? And so we'll take a few cards to see, like, how do I start to take the steps I need to take as a Gemini to make the changes that I'm seeing here that are resonating with me. How do I start that process? So let's see what we have. Give me just a moment here. So this is weird, a little odd, but it feels like these cards, and I read intuitively, so if you read tarot, you know, what you see me say may not align perfectly with what you read in the book. A lot of times cards shift their meanings for me based on the energies around them on that day, based on the cards around them. And so this may not always be the case. It may be that they line up, it may not. I just felt the need to point that out. A couple other signs needed me to point that out to them as well. But for you, I'm getting a sense here of the 10 of Pentacles energy is like, you've done it, you've achieved it. You've put yourself in a space where you have everything you could possibly want or need. You've got financial security, material security, you've got a good family structure, you've got, you know, a lovely home, maybe some pets. There's just a feeling that you've set it all up beautifully for generations to come. You've done what you were supposed to do. You've created a foundation for your family. This is the dream that we all hope to find, you know, find the partner and have the children and build the house, and, you know, maybe in a few years we build a better house and We have money in the bank so that our kids will never have to worry. We have a comfortable life. We have some joyful things around us, the pets signifying that. And it's a great space to be in. And it's odd, but I get the sense you're in that space. Like whatever that space is, whatever you dreamed of as your ideal, you have achieved it. And now a new truth is coming up for you, and it makes you look toward your future and want change. And I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if it's just a feeling of, I've done everything I was supposed to do and I don't have anything new to do. I need to make myself something new to do. If it's that constant dissatisfaction kind of drive to constantly be doing something, if that's what you want changed, if that's what you think needs to change, or if you set out on a plan to achieve something and you've now achieved it, and now you think that's not actually my ultimate. That's not what I wanted to achieve. I want to start over. Something needs to change here. It's very odd when the question is, what do you want to change? What do you feel needs to change to get the Ten of Pentacles there? Most people that would get the Ten of Pentacles wouldn't want to change anything because that's the ultimate thing, right? Ultimate happy ever after kind of space financially. Happy family around you. There's not a lot about that most people would want to change, but there's something in here this week, Gemini, telling me that vision maybe is not lining up with what you now want. Maybe you achieved a big goal and you realize now that it isn't as fulfilling to have achieved that big goal. You want another one. I'm not sure. But let's move on to what we have here from Spirit. And what is Spirit saying? There's a fresh emotional energy, a new upsurge of feeling, or a renewed upsurge of feeling. This might not be new necessarily, but it's strong again. It wasn't for a while, now it's strong again, and there's this feeling of the Three of Wands is sort of a delay in your future, a delay in, like, Three of Wands, looking out on the horizon, you can see the ships. This is traditional imagery for the Three of Wands. You're just waiting for those ships to come in, and then action begins. Pardon me. And here, where it's reversed, it's that sense of looking toward your future, but it's delayed, like you can't quite see those ships yet. In your mind, you can see them. In your mind, you know they're coming, but it's been postponed in some way. And there's this feeling around that of emotion. So there was maybe a fresh emotional bond forming, and then there was some delay maybe, and then there's a resurgence of that feeling. And the Queen of Cups comes in and says that there's a space there where you need to really appreciate you and your emotional existence, to allow yourself to be emotionally expansive, to feel how amazing it is to feel. And there's anxiety related to that for you. This, like, loving myself scares the shit out of you. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but that's what I'm getting from this reading. There's somebody or some situation that makes you feel a lot, and then there's this the feelings you have about yourself, and all of this is making you so nervous. And this is what Spirit says needs to change. You need to be able to hold your own self with love. You need to love yourself and be able to accept yourself. And all of the things that you criticize about yourself, all the things about yourself that you consider are never enough, you need to find a way to love them. And maybe that's how this relates. It's never enough. You've got the 10 of Pentacles, the highest of high achievement, and it's not enough. And why is it not enough? Because you're trying to prove yourself to someone outside of you, and you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. So you think you need a new goal, and Spirit is saying you need to love yourself. And if you can love yourself, maybe there's something in here that delay could open up. Could be reversed. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try to get some practical guidance on steps. Next steps for Gemini. What do we Geminis need to know for progress here? Change and reassessment and reevaluation. Adjustment. Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity to be embraced. Should take a chance with something new. Could have to do with money, could have to do with health, could have to do with your soul's journey. And in this case, I think it's probably the latter. Something about a new opportunity could help you with your soul's journey. And look at that, we have the 10 of Pentacles coming out again. I think that's an encouragement not to throw your entire 10 of Pentacles away, to appreciate what you have achieved. But this 10 of Pentacles energy always feels so different to me than any other 10 of Pentacles. Because look at the difference between these two imageries. Can you see them? In the one that's appearing first for you, you're in this very close couple. I can't get the focus right. Oh, there we go. You're in this very close, these two people, older, sitting together. And in the second one, your steps forward, we have the two people. Come on, focus. Hold on a second. See if I can get it to focus better. We have these two people. They're younger than the ones in the other one. So maybe this is the happy ever after, the forever. But in this 10 of Pentacles, I always get the sense that they're happy. Oh, I want to focus. There we go. They're happy, but they're moving in different directions. They have their children. They have their nice pet there at the bottom. And they're both very happy. They're not as old as the other couple. And they're moving in separate directions. And that always strikes me. It's like a reevaluation of your 10 of Pentacles. What is your happiness? What is your ultimate fulfillment there? What is the security that you're looking for? And maybe it isn't the traditional version. Your last three cards coming out for your guidance here. Steps to take to make the changes that need changing. King of Swords, the Devil, and the 5 of Cups. Interesting. So this is telling me that there's some new opportunity that takes you further on your soul's journey. And it does lead to the 10 of Cups, but the 10 of Cups doesn't look like you used to think it looked. That happy ending is different than the one that you had previously envisioned, and it's okay to allow yourself to revise that. And the 10 of Swords, the Devil, and the 5 of Cups coming out here at the end tell me that the key to all of this is to be absolutely honest, confident in your ability to tell the truth, that there is no one you answer to, There is no one that has any say in your outcome except you, if you are authentically yourself, if you are speaking your truth in the world, and to make space for fun. This Devil card always strikes me as an invitation to your shadow, to embrace your shadow side, to love your shadow side as much as you love the one that sees the light of day, and to allow yourself to live in your truth of who you are and what you desire, and not to judge yourself so negatively, which we also kind of got from that Queen of Cups energy today. The Five of Cups is about perspective and not focusing on what you've lost or what has been, given up along the way, to focus more on what remains, the bright, shining possibility of what remains. And I think what I see here is you're judging yourself pretty harshly on occasion. And that is the first thing that needs to be changed. Because you've achieved amazing things. Maybe what you want has changed along the way, and you're judging yourself for that, as if you were perhaps to want the same thing your entire life, even though life happens and you change along the way. And so, of course, how you feel would change. This is someone who needs to work on loving themselves. And I think ultimately the key is in just being yourself, authentically yourself, letting the world see who you are, trusting the wisdom of your own mind and your own heart, and then allowing yourself to enjoy your life. Certainly we won't forget what has been lost here, but we don't need to spend our time focused on that. As we move forward, we can focus on the possibilities and what could come. I think that's what I have for you, Gemini. It's a very interesting reading. Thanks for taking me on that journey, because I wasn't understanding at first what this was about, but now I kind of see. It's a different vision. And I do feel like you're concerned that you'll be judged in some way for the fact that your Ten of Pentacles looks different than the traditional Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful cards, really. It's an exciting time for you, I think. Yeah. Wow, this one went long. I apologize that it got so long. Well, maybe not. Maybe you needed to hear all of it. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, for sharing this time with me today and over the past year. Many times in the last months, this place has been such a space of solace for me, to be able to spend time with you, to do readings. And for those of you that I've done private readings for, I know you've told me how helpful they are for you, but they really are helpful for me too, to have some space in my life, to just pause and connect with the divine. And yeah, so thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and we'll see you next week. Good luck with everything. Blessings.